time for Canceled or Comeback. This is the segment where we ask a very simple question. Should every Hollywood scandal be a career death sentence, or can some celebrities earn a second chance? Tonight we got three very different stars all trying to rewrite their stories. Has enough time passed? Has enough changed? Our judges are going to make the call, not me. Joining us, Caitlyn Becker, host of the New York Postcast podcast and senior correspondent for the New York Post. And Kenzie Roman is host of Chicago's Q101 morning show. So happy to have you both here. Okay, first up, Taylor Frankie Paul. Let's start there. So after her season of The Bachelorette was shelved, and this was following a reported shocking fight with her ex, it now appears ABC is ready to move forward. TMZ reported season 22 could premiere in mid-July, though final plans aren't finalized yet. But just this weekend, Taylor posted and then deleted on Instagram saying police were called to her home. Police say that Taylor's ex, Dakota Mortensen, raised concerns about their protective order. This is according to TMZ. We know in March, ABC had pulled Taylor's season after TMZ released video appearing to show Taylor throwing these metal bar stools during a confrontation with Mortensen. One allegedly hit her young daughter. And now, after all these months of all this publicity, what are we seeing? Is she going to be going to TV? Caitlyn, I'll start with you. Canceled or comeback?
Canceled. Calling this person a star is, I think, a bridge too far to begin with. She just feels like such a flash in the pan kind of reality influencer. Let's just let her go and let other people step in. It's giving old school, messy, early kind of mid 2000s reality star vibes, and I'm not here for it.
Well, Kenzie, is that why they're bringing it back? They think people would be interested? Canceled or comeback?
I do. For me, it's a comeback. I'm sorry, Caitlyn. I don't mean to disagree with you, but for me, it's a comeback. You know, I've never been in the relationship with them. I don't get to see everything. But what I do know is I've never been scared that I was going to be abused by someone and pulled out my phone and antagonized the abuser. I think there's a whole side we're not seeing. She doesn't have a problem with a lot of people. She has a problem with one person, and it seems like they have a lot of problems with her back. So I think it's one tumultuous relationship.
Two things. No apologies here. You guys are allowed to disagree. And number two, they put it on the air. Everybody's going to watch it. That's just what's going to happen. Okay, next up. Tom Sandoval, okay? So today, the former Vanderpump's Rules star was seen outside his LA home with police as his ex-girlfriend, Victoria Lee Robinson, and her father moved out. Now, remember, this comes after TMZ released a video appearing to show Sandoval shoving Robinson's father into a lit fire pit during a confrontation. This video went viral. Now, Sandoval apparently filed restraining orders against Robinson and her dad, claiming they physically attacked him. Robinson was later arrested on domestic battery charge. Of course, this isn't Sandoval's first scandal. He had this affair with Raquel Leviss, ended his relationship with Ariana Madix, sparked Sandoval, making him one of reality TV's most infamous villains. Caitlyn, canceled or comeback?
I was involved in Sandoval, I'll have you all know. I was hosting. Yeah, I hosted their BravoCon panel, the Toms, during the day before the Raquel thing came out, and I had him backstage. Like, boyfriend, you have been canceled for a while. He was always kind of douchey, but really nice to me. But like, he's already canceled. Let's just let him go. Let him go into the night with the other girl from The Bachelorette.
Kenzie, it looks like you agree. You let him go? Canceled?
We're on the same page. He is canceled, and I have to say, his ex, Ariana Madix, like, everything's gone right for her. Broadway debut, Love Island host, New York Times bestseller. The list goes on. And who am I to stand in her way of putting a nail in his comeback coffin? Okay, she could teach a master course in revenge, and I love it.
All right, there you go. Okay, so now we got to go to the last one. Arguably the most controversial, Kanye West. Sells out 2 shows at SoFi Stadium. It grossed a staggering $33 million. And at the same time, he had Florida lawmakers who tried to block his latest concerts because of his past anti-Semitic comments, but that seemed to fail. The shows went on in Tampa as planned. Remember, Ye's career unraveled after a series of anti-Semitic rants, including praising Hitler, calling himself a Nazi. Over the years, he's issued public apologies. He's attributed some of his behavior to an undiagnosed brain injury, bipolar disorder. Yet, despite all of it, his fans are still showing up. You know, Caitlyn, I'm going to say canceled or comeback. Has he even been canceled when he gets this much attention?
He really hasn't. I would like to cancel him and all the people who paid the money to go to this. And it just sucks, Jess. He's such a talented artist and just went so far down the road of just no redemption that I can't. I can't with the people going. I can't with him performing. I can't with his nonsense apologies. I feel like such a hater today, but
No,
I
listen,
can't.
I
You
get
picked
it.
three doozies. What can I tell you?
Kenzie, I mean, do you feel the same way? Because it does say something about everybody who's supporting him despite the comments.
I think that the public has spoken, and it is a comeback. That's where we are. And you know, Kanye West has given us a lesson. If you are going to be unhinged, be so unhinged that people start to not believe what they read and they think it's clickbait. So maybe you actually didn't say it. He went so crazy. I think people think half the things that were reported weren't even true.
That's interesting. I mean, Caitlyn, why do you think he's still so popular despite all this?
People love scandal. People love controversy. People love someone who's going to ruffle feathers. That is something he did for years and years and years, even before he made some of these controversial comments. So I think you're seeing people wanting to stick by him out of sheer stubbornness because they don't want to agree with the people who are trying to cancel him, because cancel culture has in and of itself become something that is cancelable. And I think we're seeing some of that play out with Kanye West. And then I'd like to believe that there is still a faction of people who go back and listen to his old incredible albums and think maybe that's the version of Kanye West you're going to get that night. But he has far too much going for him to act like this. He has every option to change his behavior, and he chooses not to.
Kenzie, Roman, Caitlyn, Becker, I enjoyed this. Thank you so much. And nobody's canceled or comeback. We're not canceling this segment. Thank you both so much. It was good seeing you.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.